The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. Introduction. In The Psychology of Money, Morgan Housel teaches you how to have a better relationship with money and to make smarter financial decisions. Instead of pretending that humans are ROI optimizing machines, he shows you how your psychology can work for and against you. Quotations. Some people are born into families that encourage education, others are against it. Some are born into flourishing economies encouraging of entrepreneurship, others are born into war and destitution. I want you to be successful, and I want you to earn it. But realize that not all success is due to hard work, and not all poverty is due to laziness. Keep this in mind when judging people, including yourself. Money's greatest intrinsic value, and this can't be overstated, is its ability to give you control over your time. Spending money to show people how much money you have is the fastest way to have less money. Things that have never happened before happen all the time. Use money to gain control over your time, because not having control of your time is such a powerful and universal drag on happiness. The ability to do what you want, when you want, with who you want, for as long as you want to, pays the highest dividend that exists in finance. Planning is important, but the most important part of every plan is to plan on the plan not going according to plan. Napoleon's definition of a military genius was, the man who can do the average thing when all those around him are going crazy. Be nicer and less flashy. No one is impressed with your possessions as much as you are. You might think you want a fancy car or a nice watch. But what you probably want is respect and admiration. And you're more likely to gain those things through kindness and humility than horsepower and chrome. Independence, to me, doesn't mean you'll stop working. It means you only do the work you like with people you like at the times you want for as long as you want. Doing something you love on a schedule you can't control can feel the same as doing something you hate. Saving is the gap between your ego and your income. Progress happens too slowly to notice, but setbacks happen too quickly to ignore. I love Voltaire's observation that history never repeats itself, man always does. Growth is driven by compounding, which always takes time. Destruction is driven by single points of failure, which can happen in seconds, and loss of confidence, which can happen in an instant. Savings can be created by spending less. You can spend less if you desire less. And you will desire less if you care less about what others think of you. To grasp why people bury themselves in debt, you don't need to study interest rate. You need to study the history of greed, insecurity, and optimism. Bill Gates once said, "Success is a lousy teacher. It seduces smart people into thinking they can't lose." Luck and risk are both the reality that every outcome in life is guided by forces other than individual effort. They are so similar that you can't believe in one without equally respecting the other. They both happen because the world is too complex to allow 100% of your actions to dictate 100% of your outcomes. They are driven by the same thing: you are one person in a game with 7 billion other people and infinite moving parts. The accidental impact of actions outside of your control can be more consequential than the ones you consciously take.